Hey everyone, this video is sponsored by the wonderful people over at Buff. Buff is a loyalty program that rewards you for simply playing your favorite games, including League of Legends, Valorant, CSGO, Valorant again, you name it. All you gotta do is leave the program on while you game. Once you earn enough Buff coins, you can head on over to the marketplace and get Steam credit, RP, hardware, and a bunch more. And the best part? Come here. You don't even have to pay in order to earn. Just game. So thank you again, Buff, for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to check them out, click on the link in the description. Thank you, Buff. You're awesome. Now let's go dive into the content. A new season in League of Legends has always been kind of scary. Sometimes a preseason can mean a lot, coming with map reworks, new champions, new objectives, etc. But other times, a new season is as boring as adding a new bush and a few plants. Cool, now you can eat fruit. I guess. I could do that in real life. But after years and years of League of Legends taking over my life and completely ruining my chances of reproducing, I feel like I'm grounded in saying that this is the best season of League of Legends ever. Not only has it shaken up the meta to the point where almost every single character except for ADCs and casters feel viable, it has also evened the playing field between people like me who have quite literally grown old playing this game, and novices who were baited in by a picture of Jinx but now can't leave because their souls are permanently bonded to the rift. You should have read the terms and service. It was in there. Now we can't leave even if we tried. Obviously, there's a lot of reasons why this preseason is so good, which include a lot of new interactive and fun champions, a Mumu finally being part of the game, and of course, the game maker slash game breaker, the thing that puts us out of our misery only to wake us up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night, the new items. Riot didn't just walk in and tell the design team, hey, let's make some new items. Riot walked into that room and said, hey, fuck everybody. And honestly, it's kind of amazing. I mean, sure, items have always been game-changing, but now they quite literally changed the game. If you get tired of playing League of Legends, now you could just rush a Duskblade and play Metal Gear Solid instead. And since there's so many different items that do so many different things, it almost feels like every champ in the game can breathe new life and play in completely new and viable ways. I'll show you an example using Nasus because he's so fundamental. When you play Nasus, it's pretty basic. You farm, you trade, and if you played your lane correctly, you could take over the game in 20 minutes. But the problem is that since he's such a fundamentally basic champion, ever since he was released, his gameplay style has always been the same. You run at someone, you try to Q them, and hopefully they die before you do. And sure, there were some rune reworks or items that gave him more potential to catch people, but in the thick of combat, he was always the same. But now, if you want to fight and survive mid-combat while being low, build a gore drinker to out-heal them when they jump you. Maybe people keep getting away because you're immobile. Well, all you have to do is go Gale Force or Stride Breaker to have a dash and slap them in their head. Or maybe you're just tired of the enemy not having shit in their pants. Well, build a Duskblade and witness the scariest fucking thing you have ever seen. And all of this stuff can be done on anybody, which makes the meta feel so broken open. But you know what else everyone can do? Subscribe to the channel, because the majority of the people watching this video aren't subscribed. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll really help me out. I try my best to release videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I know I dropped the ball this week, but that's because I was out of town. But if you subscribe, I'm sure that you will enjoy your time here. Anyways, let's get back into the content. Having so many ways to play every champion in the game means that you are now only limited by your creativity or lack thereof. Which leads me into my next point. Another way that Riot has opened up the meta is by the new jungle changes, namely the new jungle item, which if you don't know is a consumable that goes away after you smite 5 times. Which at first doesn't sound too crazy, but basically has opened up the jungle roster for any character that used to not benefit off of the old jungle items that you had to buy. Or just cheese characters that like to rush something else first. Basically, if you could sustain in the jungle long enough to clear, you could be a jungler. Does that mean you're going to be great at it? Probably not. But it's possible. And now for a fun section I just came up with where I ask you guys how you feel about something on Twitter, and you guys give me your wacky and zany answers. Let's dive in. Wow, I look like a ghost. If you could describe the new Season 11 items in one sentence, what would it be? Holy fuck, 288 of you have replied. Oh no. I have shot this woman with my gun 35 times and still managed to die because she hugged me for a bit. I think that's a crack at Sunfire, right? Because that's like one of the best items in the game. Me and the boys microwaving Baron with Sunfire. Fuck it, Duskblade will be funny. I kind of feel insulted by that one myself. A breath of fresh air after years of stagnant gameplay, giving champions the items they needed to really accentuate their playstyles. That one isn't as funny, but that's a good one. I genuinely agree. That's what this video is about. I dealt 13k on hit damage with Swain. Alright, time out. Miss Sycamore, can you send me that build? If you see this, can you DM me that build? I want to know what you did. Lots of experimentation allowed, but ADCs are still dog shit. Spoken like a true alpha male there. League of Legends design team had a crossover episode with some crazy squirrels, because this whole thing is just nuts. And then we have a picture of a screaming bird. A picture of a screaming bird. Everything explodes until it doesn't. These are all bangers. And the perfect closing statement. The perfect closing statement to wrap up the segment. What the fuck did that? Alright, if you guys want to end up in the video like these people did, just follow me at ScoochLowell, and I will ask questions to throw into the content sometimes. Sure, the new items are cool, the jungle buffs are cool, and the new UI I actually think is pretty cool too. But there's a reason that I made this video. Just about every old cheese build that I used to love, including attack speed Tom Kench or AP Udyr, finds a way to be viable in the current preseason. Which is something that makes the game so fun, because most characters don't feel pigeonholed into a specific role, and it makes me so excited for the future of League of Legends. I say all of this as optimistic as I can because I know as the weeks go by and items get nerfed and numbers get changed, the meta will eventually be defined and the game will normalize itself because that's just the way that things go. The reason why I made this video is because I genuinely feel that if you are somebody like myself that felt like you were losing your spark in League of Legends, or if you're somebody who has seen the game but never knew when would be a good time to dive in, now is the perfect time to start playing. Sure, it's a time sink, sure, it's going to make you rage, and sure, it's unbalanced as all shit. But right now, League of Legends is the most to me as it felt when I first started playing. A bunch of friends are coming back to try the new items, theory crafting is more fun than it has ever been, and it feels like an entirely new game whenever I one-shot somebody or get one-shot myself. I don't know if this feeling will stay, but I do know that it's here right now, and I honest to God hope that you can experience it yourself. I'm Scooch, I hope you guys enjoyed the content, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the Rift. But you won't see me, bitch.